Hello my gorgeous loves out there and welcome. In today's video we are going to get into the new palette from Gourmande Girls. This is a collab with Steff from Steff's Beauty Stash, and they created the Nueva Vida palette together. So I'm going to create some looks, I'm going to do swatches, give you guys all my thoughts on this. But before we get into this video, if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bri and I'm just a crazy lover of all things beauty, and I like to post a lot of fun, colorful makeup content. I like to do a lot on new makeup, so if that is what you're into, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. But with that being said, let's get into this video. So this palette right here is so beautiful, so bright and gorgeous. You're about to see, if you haven't already seen it on like Instagram and all of that, or maybe you guys already purchased this because this is a stunner right here. But I am very excited for Steff and seeing her do her first collab with an amazing brand such as Gourmande Girls. So I'm very excited for both of them. So congratulations to you both. If you happen to watch this, that would make me so excited if you guys did. But this right here is full of just bright, intense, bold colors, and Steff just has like a very colorful makeup aesthetic. She creates these kind of looks that I just love and totally like my style when it comes to like makeup and creating makeup looks. So I really like her content. I will make sure to leave her launch video below, her Instagram, her social, so you can check her out if you haven't already checked out Steff. I mean, I feel like most of you probably already follow her, but if you want to get more info, shade inspiration, you know, like the whole inspiration behind the names and all that, because of course she can give you more info than I can. But let me get you guys the details about this. So this palette right here goes for $52.99. It is currently still in stock on Gourmande Girls website, and it says under like the description that Nueva Vida means new life, and that this palette is all about celebrating the endless possibilities that come with each new day. Love that. It says it's never too late to start again, and that this palette embraces that idea. And it says that this has an array of vibrant colors mixed with 2 muted mattes together with dual chromes, multi-chromes, and 1 satin pigment to help you create the best party looks or more subdued looks, wherever your journey takes you. I love that description. That is so cute. So here is the palette up close. I love the design, the ombre effect. This was designed by Doodles by the Bunny. You know, she makes gorgeous palettes. And then inside is where the action is, the magic. So here's the mirror. There's like little leaves around the mirrors. And then here is the colors. You see that? We got some neon, some pastels, some beautiful, bold, deeper colors here, and some really intense foil looking metallics. And this one kind of looks like it's the satin, I'm guessing, but this is gonna be like the perfect palette for the summertime if you like a lot of color. They also offered a bundle on Gourmande Girls website with the ethereal palette, which is Steff's favorite palette from Gourmande Girls. So that is $89.99. Now you can use the discount code on the palette. Steff has one, which is just Steff, which gets you like 10% off on the palette. It doesn't cover bundles though, since bundles are already discounted. But anyways, that is the info about this palette, the swatches, the goodness. So I am ready to now go into 2 looks of the palette, and then I'll give you my thoughts at the end. So I went ahead and I primed my eyes with the Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Primer in shade 1. It's a very, very light shade. I figured that would be the best for like these neon mattes that are in here. So I'm gonna start off with Dr. Fair, is it? And I'm going to use that to kind of almost like make like I'm creating a wing, like going like that as a diagonal. And just gonna concentrate it like that. I'm also gonna bring it down here in the outer corner. I did also bring the eye primer down at the bottom too. Now I'm going to go into the shade called Keep Moving, this like kind of deeper fuchsia shade, and I'm gonna use that over here as well, kind of like above where I put that purple and up into the crease. And I'm gonna probably keep it like at this point I do want to go in with the shade called Cooper. Little puppy shape. Oh, how cute. And I'm going to use that to kind of deepen some things up out here and on the outer corner. Just going over that purple. I just wanted a little bit more depth. Now I want to go into, is it Padre? K Padre? I probably butchered that, so don't mind me. I'm going to tap off some of the excess and I'm going to stamp that like on the edge here and just stamp it, because neon-y shades like can get patchy if you try to layer them up too much. You want to be very careful. You're just kind of like placing it where you want it. And that's like mainly where I want that shade. I want it to kind of overlap a little bit with the pink. I think that looks so pretty so far, but I want to take a little bit of Aurora, which I think is the satiny shade. It's a beautiful satiny kind of looking pink. And I'm going to use that like on the edge here as like a blendy shade up here. I'm just trying to get things to look a little softer. Ooh, that has a lot of pigment to it too. It's like a baby pink. And it has the breast cancer awareness symbol. I love that. So I want to finish up the lower lash line a bit. I think I just want to go in with more purple. So I'm going to take Dr. Far down here, like just bring it inward. I'm going to leave the front bare. I feel like I might want to add a little bit of pink. So I think I'm going to go into Keep Moving, dust off the excess, and just use it softly on the edge because I want some pink on the edge. There we go. Yeah, that's what I needed. So I'm going to go into Weekend Vibes. Yes, I'm all for a weekend vibe. I love a bright neon-y green, and I'm going to pack that on the front part. I'm going to dust off some of the excess, and I'm just going to pack. I'm not going to do too much swiping because we don't want this to get patchy, but it's going to cover the whole inner portion. Oh yeah, that is so pigmented. I'm also going to take Weekend Vibes on the lower lash line, but I'm going to go into this little ItsBel brush, the E2, to place it down here just to be a little bit more accurate and not dust it everywhere. So I'm just stamping it right there. And do we want to use like one shimmer, like right in the center? Thinking maybe New Life. Let's try New Life. Like this really pinky shade. Yeah, let's do that. And just like kind of top it here just to add some sparkle in the center. Yeah. So you can actually just go in lightly into this shade and just use it more like a topper. It's a pretty pink. Oh my gosh. That looks so pretty on the center here. So I think that's it. Of course, I'm going to work on some blending, add some more purple, add a little bit more depth, figure out lashes, liner, all that good stuff. So I'm going to do that off camera, and then I will be right back to show you guys the completed look. All right, loves, I am back, and here is the completed look. I did not add anything really additional to the look because I think the shades, the colors are just phenomenal on their own. What do you guys think of this? Like, the strikingness of this bold, bright neon green is insane. So all I did off camera was I did kind of like a, was it like a fox eye? Or no, it's like a fox eye, not a cat eye, right? And I used the Thrive Cosmetics liner to kind of pull, you know, that inner corner part in. I always feel like it looks a little weird on me, but you guys will have to tell me what you think of that like liner shape on my eyes. I tried my best. And then I also went in with the Kiss Magnetic Lashes and Charm and used their Kiss Magnetic Eyeliner to put them on. And for my waterline, I just went in with a black pencil. I used the Chucky Glamlight pencil. And then for my lips, I went with this fun little poppy color. I think maybe it's called Poppy. I can't remember the shade name because the sticker came off. But this is one of the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plumps. And I put on some mascara too. I used a little bit of the Petite and Pretty Fully Feathered Volumizing Mascara to complete this look. And I just think it came out so, so gorgeous. So pretty. Let me lean in a little so you guys can see. That green is everything. And that orange neon-y shade too is also quite pigmented and like really good for a neon formula. And I'm so happy. And I mainly went in with mattes. And usually I don't do that. I love me my shimmer, so that's how much I was like really feeling the matte shades in here. But that was everything for look number 1. I think we should now get into look number 2. All right, loves, it's another day. I did go ahead and prime my eyes again with the Juvia's Place Eye Primer in shade 1. And we are going to try to use some of the other shades. I think I want to start off with Cooper this time. The navy blue first. And dust off the excess. I'm literally just gonna concentrate this on the outer corner. I just want it to start off with a nice dark color. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the shade called Dreamer. This is a matte I have not used yet. I'm going to run that through the crease and like over the edge of the blue. I'm gonna get very purple. Ooh, that is also very pigmented. For a more lighter purple, I'm really gonna like make the look a little exaggerated. I do want to take a little bit of Buster. This is a like deep kind of cool tone brown. I want to see if how dark it actually is, if it will even make a difference to the outer corner. Oh yeah, it definitely adds a little bit more depth. It almost makes that deep blue almost look more like a black shade, almost like having that laid over the edge. And I'm going to take Dr. Farr kind of between those two shades, kind of merge those two colors better together, since the Dreamer shade is a lot lighter than like that deep blue and deeper brown that I'm using on the outer edge. So I'm just like merging that right in between. So I kind of want to add a little pink into the mix. I'm going to go into Keep Moving. I'm going to dust off the excess, and I'm going to, I don't know, I feel like I want pink there too. I love having a little pink over like purples and blues. So I just wanted to add that on the edge a little bit. I don't know. I just think it looks good. Now I want to start getting into some of the metallics this time and use more. Since I didn't use that much in the first look, I mean, I only used one shade. So I'm gonna go into Blessed. This one, I also wanna use that one. Oh, that looks so vibrant. So I'm gonna go into Blessed. These look like very foiled, more flaky shades. This looks like maybe like a pink to a blue shift kind of shade. I will spray my brush for this one just to see, and I'm trying to reduce some fallout. Okay. And it's very foiled and very intense. Totally my kind of metallic formula. This is definitely that kind of formula that can, you know, flake and have some shimmer fallout. But I don't care because it's worth the effort because it's so pretty. Now I'm going to clean this brush off, and I want to go into Vacay All Day. That is what I am here for. Yes, can we go on vacation all day, every day? If only we could. But I am going to spray that. This looks like a very bright turquoise, maybe pink, maybe lavender. Definitely looks like a shifty shade. I'm going to use that in the inner portion. And this is also quite flaky. Let me spray it a little bit more. Try to spread that on. I have just a little bit of shimmer specks. But oh, that is so foiled. Definitely one of those shades, like if you kind of layer them up too much, it can get a little thick on the lids. And now we are gonna get into H2O. I have to use that all in the inner corner and like just really pack it on the front. I'm sure it's gonna be pigmented. Because so far all the mattes have been very, very intense. So I'm just gonna really kick that on, put it up, get it into the crease, take it down a bit, and just really, really build that up. Part of me really wants to also use this Island Time shade. It's a green, like almost kind of limey green, but there's definitely some kind of a pink shift to it. I feel like we could find a way to just kind of add a little bit of it to the look, even though it might be weird. But you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna like kind of, maybe like kind of mesh it into the crease. Almost like I'm using like a little shimmer liner of green. I think that's gonna work. I just had to use that shade as well. Okay, yes, that was a good idea. Just added something a little bit more interesting to the look. And then for the very little final touch, we might as well also go into the convertible shade. This is a white iridescent that I'm sure has maybe a shift. Or no, it might just be more of like a silvery shade. I'm gonna use that up here to brighten up the brow bone. That would also make a very beautiful inner corner highlight. It's definitely more smooth, more satiny, and I'm here for it. All right, so I think this is it. Oh my God, look how bold and vibrant this is. I definitely have to go and work on the blend a little bit. So I'm gonna do my liner, lashes, mascara, you know, all that fun stuff. And I will be right back to show you guys the completed look. Okay, I put my hair down and put on some lashes, but do you see this look? It is just as bold and as dramatic as the first look, but in a like totally different way, different color scheme. Like, do you see the vibrancy of that blue in the inner portion, and the blue metallics and the intense like purple and the smokiness on the outer corner? It's just stunning. Oh my gosh, I think this is such a fun, bright palette, and it's making me so happy. I am living my neon dreams with this palette. But anyway, so all I did off camera was I basically used the same liner from Thrive. I used the same Kiss lashes, the magnetic ones called Charm, with the Kiss magnetic liner. And then for my lips, I actually have on a lip liner for once, the one from, I think this is from About Face. This is what shade is this? Talking Backwards. And then I use the Kaleidos Cloud Lab Lip Clay and Pink Moon for just like a pinky lip, because I just thought it would look really cute with the eye look. And I used the Chucky pencil again in the waterline. Just kept it pretty much the same, except I changed out the lippy. And I'm feeling so fierce and so bold, and I'm just really happy with how this turned out. I'll lean in so you guys can really see, but I can just tell it's like so vibrant in the camera, like especially that blue. Don't mind my eyebrows. I definitely need to pluck my eyebrows. If you're seeing a little bit of texture up there on the brow bone, it's because I need to pluck my eyebrows. But yes, oh, I love this. Love this so dang much. But anyways, that is everything for look number 2. Now let's get into my final thoughts, because I got some thoughts, y'all. This might be early to say this because I have to still test out this palette, but I do think that this is my favorite Gourmande Girls palette that I have tried so far. And I love the ones from Doodles by the Bunny. I love the one from Siria Soto. I think the formula is good in all of their palettes that I've tried. But I think it's the color story, the bright vibrancy of this palette, the color options just really pull me in and just make me so happy because it's so fun and bright. I think Steff did an amazing job with her color selection. I just knew I was going to love her palette because her makeup aesthetic, like the kind of makeup look she does is the kind of makeup looks I like to do. She plays with a lot of color. She likes to go bold, bright. She likes to go smoky. She loves to play with a lot of color. So she just created the perfect color story in my opinion, since I am a color lover. And these neons, y'all, they're so bright and intense. I had no issues with these neons. They didn't get patchy, they didn't like patch off. You were able to build them up pretty well, and they were so pigmented. And I'm sure if you went with like a super white base, you could get these even more intense, which is shocking to think you could take it to the next level, because they were already bright over like a lighter primer. Now of course I think it could get a little patchy if you try to build them up too much, because that's just the nature of neon mattes. And then the pastel mattes are also very pigmented. Like look at that pastel blue in the inner corner. It's so bright and intense. Like I can see it in the monitor and I keep wanting to stare at myself instead of staring at the camera, because it's so vibrant. And then you also get these two beautiful deeper mattes to make things a little more smoky, add some depth. Even this one can add a little depth. And if you go in with this lightly, you can sheer it out to make it like a little bit of a softer pink. So I really like that. And then the metallics in here are very foiled and flaky and creamy and intense. Like these four right here are all very foiled. They all have some kind of shifts going on with them. The only metallic or like shimmer formula that seems to be different is the convertible one. It's definitely more smooth, maybe leaning a little satiny, but this is like the perfect shade to use as an inner corner highlight or a brow bone highlight. And I still love it nonetheless. And then I think this one, Aurora, is the satiny one. It has kind of a sheen, but satins are so easy to work with, especially for blending or pulling them through the crease or blending edges out of other shades, because they're just so smooth and easy to spread. So I do not mind a good satin. I also find that this palette is quite versatile. You have a lot of options to work with. You can go super bright, you can go a little deeper and bolder, you can maybe soften it out, go a little bit more pastel. Like there's a lot of options in here, and I bet like the brown with this neon green would look so stunning in this green metallic. Like I just see a lot of color options and different looks that you could create with this. But that is overall my thoughts on this palette. I think this is a stunner. And I'm just so happy for Steff and Gourmande girls. They created some magic together. I think Doodles by the Bunny also created a beautifully designed palette. They just did their thing with this palette. It's so fun, and it's gonna be perfect for the summertime. I would now love to hear from all of y'all. What do you think of this palette? What do you think of the two looks? Did you purchase or pass? I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you enjoy this video, you like a lot of fun, colorful makeup content, you like a lot on indie makeup and all that good stuff, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I would love to have you here. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I will have the palette linked. Like I said, I'll have Steff's socials linked, so you can go check her out, check her launch video out. She has a bunch of videos with different looks with the palette. Give her some love because she did such an amazing job. I will also link other videos that I've done on different Gourmande Girl palettes if you want to see more from the brand, get some look inspiration, and I will have my makeup link, like foundation and all of that, in case you're curious. And I will have my contact and my social media platforms linked. I'm also on Instagram as Breezy Lifestyle and Breezy_Beauty. So if you want to join my Instagram fam, I would really love that. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, for being here, supporting me, being so amazing. I just appreciate you guys all so much, and I just hope all of you are doing well wherever you are in the world, and just sending you guys so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys.